It's funny, like they said we want more sex, and when I first got rejected, and I forgot I had sex with Kathy Griffin, so I just threw that in.
You had sex with Kathy Griffin?
I kind of think so.
What happened?
Why have we been talking about this for the last 40 minutes?
Okay, this is better than Quentin Tarantino. who
No,
had
actually,
sex
right.
with her too, I think. A lot of people. I'm sorry.
What happened?
Well, should I tell the Kathy Griffin story? Or?
Yeah, you had sex with
Absolutely.
her?
Well, in defense of her, I could have, but I got yelled at, so I got nervous with the erection. No, what is how do you want me to tell the story? Chronologically?
Yeah.
Or because I haven't been good chronologically. We had things, and I went off the rails because you don't know what you're going to get with me.
No,
All
but
right.
start with like,
Where I met her?
well, that's going way back, but
Okay.
sure.
This was 92.
Did you have sex with her that night or like years later?
2 nights later.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
92, she was, I like curly redheads.
Yeah.
Because, why we're
The
attracted.
girl from News Radio?
Yes, I had a crush on her, and I asked her out, and it turned out she was living with Nick Nolte. So you always go from Nick Nolte living in a mansion in Malibu to Fred Stoller in an apartment with no air conditioning by the
Yeah,
Grove.
yeah.
It's like she looked at me like, "Do you know what my life is?" Okay, but yeah, I like that kind of stuff. Excuse me. So Kathy Griffin actually liked me. I thought like I'm at this party, and she's looking at me. She goes, "Oh, you're yellow light. You're drinking a beer. Proceed with caution." Yellow light means proceed with caution, and she did that. Like Rain Man. Well, no, she only said it once. She didn't go yellow light. But she was talking to me.
Yeah.
It's one of those parties up a hill where you can't get parking.
Yeah.
So she goes, drive me to my car, and she started kissing me. I like when people bludgeon me, make it easy.
Yeah.
So she gave me, but then she actually did want to hit me. So then we had a date, and this is before she made it, 92, so it was like a little apartment. And you're trying to decide where to go, do we eat? And then she goes, I'm wet. So that made it very easy to do what I did to Laurie Metcalf, like take her down and start kissing.
Wow.
I like, she's the only woman ever said before the date, I'm wet. That's the way I think it's good.
that'd be
People go,
positive.
I like to play the game. It's like chess in a jigsaw. Fuck that. Make it easy. She made it too easy. So Kathy Griffin, so we started, messing around, but she just saw a TV movie about a woman who battered men, and she goes, I'd like to hit men. Could I hit you in the face? And I was thinking, I have TMJ, I was assaulted, I have ligament damage, it's not a good idea. I already was hit in the face. And
During sex?
Yeah, or just lying around.
She wanted to hit you in the face seriously?
Well, it was a joke, as my mother used to say, a lot of truth is said in jest. She used to always say that. I go, Ma, leave me, when I would do jokes on things. I go, it's a joke, Ma, stand up. It's a lot of truth is said in jest. So Kathy
It is
Griffin,
a weird thing to say.
yeah, so she
Just with the two of you.
she wanted a hit and stuff, and this is what she said. She goes, I have anger against men. I go, why? She goes, they rape, they go to strip clubs, and they see porno. I made a joke. I said, I only do 2 out of 3. And so then it was sort of sex meeting because I'm not good with condoms. I don't mean to get graphic, and I did. See, I'm an older guy. I grew up before AIDS was invented or
Right.
whatever. And I remember.
One of the worst inventions ever.
I know. I remember it was one of those things, someone's talking about herpes,
Yeah, and
and
then
they go, there's another thing.
Dr. Gerald AIDS with his fucking idea.
Yeah, and the AIDS candy had to go away for the Provenza show. So I remember someone said, there's a thing called AIDS I heard about. It's going to be really bad where you can't have sex, everyone will be dying. And I'm neurotic, but I never get scared about the bird flu or North Korea. I go, come on.
Yeah.
I'm more neurotic about, you throwing me off this and stuff, you
Yeah,
know.
okay.
So I couldn't with the, so meaning we would have had sex, but we did things.
But you can't put on a condom. You can't
I
wear a
can.
condom.
I
You
say-
can't, you just
well,
can't.
No, some women I can. They always go, "It's okay." I'm going, wait a minute. If you're very slippery, wet with a condom, they're always making it like either they're yelling at me, they're mad I can't, or they're going,
You
I
can't what?
understand. A lot of men can't do it, but
Can't do
but,
what?
Well, you're pushing. It's too late. We did curse, right?
Yeah.
You're pushing, but it falls apart like an accordion because
What does?
the penis.
You can't maintain an
Maintain an
erection.
erection with a condom on.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Oh, and I have. A lot of women are very slippery. If it's whoosh,
Right.
you could do it. But you know what I'm saying. But
But did you ever have it where Because I thought you told me at one point you tried to push it up, but then it got bendy and it went like that.
What?
Yeah,
Is
you
that the
took-
joke where I can't find my car keys?
No, it wasn't a joke. You told me you tried to push your cock into the Kathy Griffin, but it got all bendy like a big snake or something.
I don't remember telling you this because this is the first you're hearing about Kathy Griffin.
That's true.
And I like how ballsy I am. Like I go after Kathy Griffin, like America's sweetheart. Like people go, "Are you scared, Kathy Griffin?" And someone who talks goes on Howard Stern saying Brooke Shields' mother was drunk at Brooke Shields' wedding. You know what I mean?
No, I like one time before Chelsea Handler was big, but she'd written that book.
You had sex with Chelsea Handler?
No, I love Chelsea Handler. I think she's hilarious.
No,
but I was at a comedy club, and the comedy manager and waiters were all mad. They were like, that Chelsea Handler was here last week. She didn't fuck any of us. I was like, well, it's her act.
Well, Norm, when we did stand-up, do you remember a woman would tell you a really dirty joke? Hey, the best thing about licking cocks is this, and you make, get out of here. Right. Did you ever have that, Adam?
Have I ever had what?
A woman tells you a really dirty joke, and you think something, meaning she's dirty and messes around.
Oh, I see what
right.
you
I
mean.
see
I'm
what you
sorry,
mean.
I
Yeah,
misunderstood.
yeah,
Tells you the dirtiest joke.
I get it.
And they're in bed, and I love dirty jokes.
Because Dice told me once, he said, if a girl comes up to me or you, Fred Stoller, or me, Norm MacDonald, after a show and says she liked our act, that doesn't mean much. But if they go up to Dice,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
the
one time,
content.
someone came up to me in Gilbert Gottfried and said, I want to be your groupie. You guys, I love you too. Oh, great. You going to fuck us? She goes, no. And then he started spitting at her.
oh, good God.
Well, no, through the window, to be fair. Catch a Rising Star. He went outside and started spitting at the window, and she cried.
Yeah.
Because that's the one she wanted to, she looked up to, and she spit. But you have had that, or maybe, I want to be your groupie.
Have you ever had a girl in bed that wants you to spit on her face?
No.
That's what someone. Have you ever had that?
No.
Someone just told. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Well, someone told me it's the next big thing. It was Daniel Kellison. He said his wife likes when his wife demands that
But that's not in porno movies.
It might just be in Daniel Kellison's real life, but he says his wife demands that he spit on her face
During sex or in general?
and
outside, at pavilions.
imagine that she's blowing a big African American. Anyways, whatever. Listen,
Well, all right.
I'm not one to tell tales out of school.
But just to be fair,
But Daniel's having a little boy, and we're real happy.
but
about
I
it.
just want to be fair to Kathy Griffin.
Yes.
She dumped me, and I was hurt, so I was attracted to her and liked seeing her naked. So, but then when they get their hair straight, don't like it. So I'm being fair.
How's her C
She's
list?
very funny. Well, that's another thing. My life on the D list. She's
Oh,
got a
the
big
D list?
mansion. I'm the D list.
Yeah.
That's not the D list.
No.
Just because she's not, It's just.
What did you say right before she said, I'm wet? Which that sounds sexy to me.
I was saying, I don't know. You want to get a bite, a movie? I'm wet. So I'm gonna try. I tried that on other women. It doesn't
Okay,
work.
so I'll be Kathy Griffin,
And be
and
me.
you be you.
I don't know this area. Actually, it was around Centinela. You want? I don't know. See a movie, get a bite to eat.
I'm wet.
It gave me.